Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, and today we are following JumpHonner of the Great Southern Land Clan in the Tier 6 British Reward Tank Destroyer Excalibur. This is the culminating vehicle. Sorry, I've just got to switch you on free camera mode. He did warn me about it, like so many other tankers. He's a bit of a habitual mouse wheel scroller. I used to be as well. I really had to slap myself out of the habit when I started streaming, just so I didn't give viewers an aneurysm. I'll probably do that with my gameplay without sort of adding to tics of habit like that, but that's alright. He did warn me about it, so we're just going to run in free camera for the purpose of this exercise. But yes, Excalibur Tier 6 British Reward Tank Destroyer, first of the reward vehicles on track to the Object 279A. It's got some really interesting quirks about this tank. Its 76mm main armament doesn't hit all that hard. Standard rounds landing for 150 hit points, but we can see that it has a considerable rate of fire. Those shells will penetrate for 165mm, but this time around Jumpy has gone for a load that is substantially favouring the APCR, which gives 192mm, which is quite adequate for tier. Another thing that's highly noteworthy about this vehicle is the phenomenal range of movement that you can get with this turret. Like it's still like you can call it a turret. Really, you just have some limited range of motion. It's setting in the hull, and the armor layout within the hull can make for some interesting plays as well in a more in an environment like a city environment where you have a lot more density of hard cover. But for now, he's using the not inconsiderable concealment rating of the vehicle to sort of stay hidden and just rely on forward scouts and medium tanks to sort of do the spotting so that he can do the snotting. And I guess when you have such a low alpha damage like you do here, unfortunately that SU-100 blocking potential shot on the Leo, when you have such low alpha damage, it does pay to play in a bit more of a standoffish way. Here we go, Porlac tank making the cross, and Jumpy very keen to exploit. He's not. He's very confident in his camouflage values here, as he's not sort of moving back to double bush or anything like that. And that's knowing you've got certain vehicles in the back there, like Super Hellcat, which potentially have quite good vision. And speaking of the Super Hellcat, it's also made its move, but there's one of them that that Jumpy has decided to target first, and just slamming it with shot after shot. It's gone dark, but we'll still keep up the blind fire. It has been reacquired again. Quite possibly self-spotted there by Jumpy. I don't really see any other friendly vehicles that were in the area. So as far as the flag area goes, that makes Jumpy probably the most forward set of the team. Dick and Max also making a move along the tree line to the field. So about 2 or 3 shots will be necessary to knock out Dick and Max. Now Jumpy has been spotted at this point in time, which is a little bit dangerous considering we've got the Super Hellcat and Dick and Max that can be pointed in their general direction. Armor is not a raging strong point of this vehicle, and as you can see, it's got a very boxy construction, which can be somewhat difficult to conceal. But moving into the rear forest, this will hopefully allow JumpHonner to make a bit more of a defensive stand on the cap. Although by moving in this way, this does put them a fair bit further away from their base of support. But knowing there's the Super Hellcat and the Leo, both of which are on about half the hit points, so there's potential to, with a sustained rate of fire upon those vehicles, start to wear them down. Super Hellcat advancing to JumpHonner's left. You can see JumpHonner making really good use of the range of motion of the turret here. So that's got to be about a 200-degree range of motion, and it means Jumpy won't bugger up his binoculars or concealment rating just by swinging that turret around. Just a real advantage that that a turreted tank destroyer will get that is typically unavailable of something with a gun fixed in the hull. Some of the sole exceptions there being the S-tanks on the Swedish tank destroyer line. Jumpy appears to be lit. We know there's the Dicker Max in the middle of the field. There's also an enemy Leo as well. Now, coming along this line, there's potential to start brawling with the Leo, but fortunately Jumpy has a reasonable damage per minute available. SU-101 knocking out the Dicker Max that was assailing them, while Black Prince knocks out the Leo. So that's a victory for JumpHonner's team. Let's take a look at the results. So that is an Ace Mastery badge for their efforts there today. Unfortunately, no Epic or Battle Heroes medals, but still a Fire for Effect medal for doing at least his hit points in damage, and that's nearly 2,500 hit points of damage inflicted on the enemy, landing one kill on the Super Hellcat. An excellent example here of just constant and suppressive fire available from this Tier 6 British Reward tank destroyer. Having a look at the team score, surprisingly Jumpy was not actually top in experience here. That honour goes to Solid Sonic of the Black Clan and the SU-101, who just had a fantastic game out there, over 3,300 hit points of damage inflicted on the enemy and taking 5 kills. But certainly something that would be working in JumpHonner's favour here is being in a Tier 6 tank engaging Tier 7 vehicles, which we can see we've got the Leo, the Black Prince, and the Super Hellcat. Tier 6s damaging Tier 7 vehicles, or even Tier 8 vehicles. That will tend to shove you up the XP ladder quite well. And I mean, not coming first on the XP ladder, that's certainly not going to take away from what Jumpy's achieved here today. It's certainly a considerable hike in the experience points from the third placer, who I have absolutely no idea who that is. On the enemy team, a special mention to USA zeros and ones, 4 kills and over 2,600 hit points of damage inflicted in the Leo. Unfortunately, not quite carrying hard enough on this particular game. Having a look at the detailed report, despite running almost an all premium loadout, this was quite a profitable game for Jumpy. Of course, aiding that was running personal reserves, as well as looks like there was a mission completion that was done there as well. So probably that was probably quite fortunate. Otherwise, this game with that sort of ammo bill would have landed them with a 35,000 credit deficit. But I guess when you're playing for missions or playing for certain objectives like 3 marking, well, maybe running that loadout is what you need to do. But anyway, very well played there by JumpHonner of the Great Southern Land Clan. And if you've got a game that you're happy with and you'd like to share with the community, please reach out over Discord or any of the links below, and we'll do our best to sort you out there. Please do check out the About section of my YouTube channel, and that's got the community submission guidelines for the sort of games that we want to feature on the channel. In the meantime, take care out there.